This is the Super Co-op Squad Video Game Podcast, episode 102. On today's show, we'll be discussing the Game Awards. We'll go over the top 5 categories and our thoughts and picks on which games deserve to win the award. And of course, we'll have our speed run, quick topics, quick comments, and thoughts from the Super Co-op Squad team. And of course, our games. Name the game, gamer trivia, and of course, at the end, we're always going to give each other stupid superpowers. Hey guys, welcome back. Hopefully you're 10 pounds fatter, happier. Yep. You have a little food baby in there. This is the Super Co-op Squad Video Game Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Johnny Mac, a little bit fatter. Garrett Laney hasn't gained a pound because he's been busting his butt working.
That
you can't say that word.
And also, I got rid of my food baby prior to coming here.
He aborted the food baby. And of course, Joshua Gerard.
That's gross.
I could have just birthed it.
You actually stole my line. I was going to talk about that type of food baby, but you took it. So,
yep. So every week, guys, we sit down together. We have a lot of fun talking about games, comics, everything pop culture, the latest and greatest news, and just our opinions and views on everything. Before we hop into every episode, we of course give you the opportunity to know that we're going to spoil stuff. It's going to happen. And so before we start, we're giving you the terrible spoiler of the week.
Johnny,
you're up.
What's our terrible spoiler of the week?
No matter which Rocky movie you win, he's going to get beat and then he's going to win at the end of the movie. Rocky 1 through 5, Rocky Balboa, Creed 1 and 2. That is the gist of the films.
He hasn't lost any of them?
He gets beat up and he either wins or he ties, and then he loses by decision. That happens every single one.
Okay.
He kind of stole my spoiler from several weeks ago. No, I had it. Remember I said it, and he was like, no, he doesn't win in every single one, but he comes close in all of them.
He always has some crazy comeback. Like for instance in Rocky Balboa, which is the one right before Creed began, essentially, he's like 58. He begins boxing again, just like to recreationally for fun. And like the current heavyweight champ wants to fight him because pretty much some Sports Center type show, like they did a statistics thing, made characters of each of them, and they were saying the champ couldn't beat Rocky in his prime. So it's like a PR stunt. He challenges the old ass Rocky to a fight and he almost loses. It goes to decision.
What a great champion.
Yeah, beating up the elderly. But for real spoilers, guys, be aware. We're going to talk about everything that's current or whatever. So be warned. All right. So let's get into this. Best and worst news of the week. Each of us goes through what we felt the best and the worst news from the previous week was, and we vote to see who's the king of worst and best news. As always, worst first. It's my week to host it. So, worst news of the week. We are all very familiar with the Black Friday sales, right? A lot of stuff has been happening. And there's some good stuff you don't care about, but it's there. You might find a tidbit or two. But there's some times where you look at a company, you go, what are you doing? Is it really Black Friday? And this is looking at you, GameStop. Your Black Friday deals are straight trash. And I say this because you don't really have any deal in the last couple of years, honestly, that were better than anyone else. Like Walmart, Target, they're going to have the similar deals, and then each one is going to have a little niche. They'll have, you're going to have this TV a little bit less expensive or this game. You don't have that. And it's frustrating. It's frustrating that you're not getting, not one doorbuster that was like a game or a system. You done goofed. And that's mine.
So no competitive edge to make you go to GameStop for that one or two things.
Exactly. There's no reason to go. There's no reason to go to GameStop for your Black Friday deals because they didn't have anything better than anyone else.
I suppose if a GameStop's just closer to you, there's that.
I guess, yeah.
And they were open on Thanksgiving, so
unless you want your power up points.
Yeah, I was actually really appreciative, just real quick, that a lot of stores were closed on Thanksgiving Day. They weren't open at 4 or 5. I don't think Target opened till almost midnight, or Lowe's, Home Depot. And I only know this, and I'm not that guy that goes out on Thanksgiving Day, but I had a plumbing issue and I needed a piece for plumbing. My my kitchen sink was effed up on Thanksgiving Day. I need that. Like I need that to clean dishes, to wash, right? So I had to get this piece, but nobody was open. So thank you for that. I figured out a way to do it anyway. So I survived. Don't worry, guys. But,
did you go to GameStop?
I probably should have. With the amount of stuff they have in there that's not a game anymore, they might have had it. So cool. That's mine.
All right. Okay. Let's see. My worst. And, I mean, it's kind of along what you were saying, Johnny. So Fallout 76, game that came out, I think by the time you're listening and watching this 2 weeks ago, it's on sale for $40. Possibly at GameStop and
Probably not
everywhere else.
Not Black Friday.
Their pre-owned copy is going to be $54.99.
The pre-owned copy will be more than the new copy for whatever reason. That's how they do it. But yeah, this game has been out for 2 weeks and it's on sale for damn near half the price.
Yeah. And again, this is a non-Black Friday price drop. This is like, it's on sale.
Yeah. Like this isn't the new price, but like it's on sale. This is a brand new game.
It's not what anyone wanted.
I don't know. I feel like it's getting I feel like it's kind of getting the No Man's Sky treatment where I think it's getting a lot more hate than it deserves. I think it is, well, I haven't played it, but I think the concept is a really fun idea. I don't see why people are so against it.
Well, first off, No Man's Sky deserved the hate that it got. Like the procedurally generated worlds that it had were pretty like sparse, much like Sea of Thieves deserved its hate. Like they promised one thing, they gave us another. And although I don't think Fallout 76 necessarily falls into that category, it's still not what we wanted. Like, you know, the game is, you know, I've seen a little bit of video and I will be buying it at some point, but
it's on sale.
It's just, I'll hold that a little longer. It's not what we wanted, right? Like the same way Elder Scrolls Online wasn't what we wanted, or Elder Scrolls Blades is not what we wanted. Diablo
Immortal,
not what we wanted. Like, yes, it might be very similar, but it's not what we wanted. And you're trying to find a way to shove a little bit more content down our throats with your IP versus just your mainline game. And I get it. You're trying to expand, but when it doesn't sell like the mainline game, you can't be mad.
No one said they're mad.
I'm sure they're mad.
But I will agree with you. The reason why No Man's Sky took a lot of flack is because it pushed a lot of boundaries for what they said they were going to do, and then you get the game and it wasn't what they said they were going to put.
Right.
I just think people weren't ready for that kind of game. Like it's a mining game where you get materials, you upgrade your stuff, and you move on to the next place. I think a lot of people were expecting a lot more. We're expecting more than what the game is.
I disagree. I mean, Minecraft had already been out for a while. Terraria had already been out. So people were very familiar with mining type games where you had to, you know, amass a bunch of this
resources.
Or that. Yeah. And then use them. It's just, I don't think that the world was as robust.
No, it wasn't flushed out.
Yeah. As far as what they led us to believe it was. And then the ability to create wasn't very strong either. So if you don't have the ability to create your own worlds, like in Terraria or Minecraft, and the world that they're giving you isn't very robust, well then what am I doing? You know, like I can't make my own stuff. You didn't give me stuff.
Yeah. Just to be clear, I'm talking about all the pre-updates and pre-patches of No Man's Sky. It's a very different game than when it released.
True.
A very different game now.
Fair.
Yeah. And I'll just say my worst news is the same with Fallout. I think it's crazy. Even if it's the game that we didn't want, there's a lot of people that are looking for negative things to talk about to put the game down versus looking at some of the positive things that are coming out of that game. So I've read some stuff where people don't like how it's not like a Fallout driven story, but they do like how some of the building mechanics and how you actually create your own little, you know, town or space. Yeah. Like they like the creation tools there. With the shared universe, you don't really have any NPCs, which is what Fallout is about, being able to interact with different NPC characters and making decisions, but you don't have that in the shared universe. And then we've already limited the amount of people that you can see in that shared universe based on like an open world MMO. So, I haven't played it myself. I don't plan on playing it, but you know, if 2 weeks you go down to, you know, $20 more, is that Bethesda's call? Is that, you know, retail's call? It's just not a good look, especially when you see that video, that guy that threw down GameStop.
That GameStop?
Because he couldn't return the game.
He fought someone?
He didn't fight, but he obliterated the store.
He trashed the store. He's knocking over
standees,
and just throwing games.
I mean, there's no games in there. I don't think he knows that. But
GameStop's policy, man. You buy a new game, you can't return it full price.
Dang. Oh well.
You lose $30 immediately.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like buying a car off the lot.
When you drive off the lot.
It's the worst.
You take off the packaging. That packaging was worth $30.
Worst depreciation than buying a car.
Oh,
yeah, that's funny.
And then the trade-in value is less than $30, so it's like $12.
So cool. All right, time to vote. I started it off. I mean, you didn't give me much options here, so I have to vote for the Fallout 76 thing. Which it is sad. It is sad. So yeah.
All right. Can't vote for mine. Try to vote with yours.
The GameStop having garbage deals.
Okay. All right. Yeah. You know, I'm going to vote for that just because, like, this is kind of how Prima Games went down. If you don't adapt to the times, physical's kind of on the way out. You got to make it worth something. And if your deals are no better than anyone else's, you're barely staying afloat.
True.
Yeah. I can't vote for mine, and I don't want to vote for Garrett's because it's the same as mine. But I do agree that you don't have a Black Friday deal without some type of doorbuster, or you should have some type to allure people to go to your location. And with pre-owned not being the biggest focus from a consumer standpoint, like, you're not going to bring people in because you have a buy two get one free pre-owned deal. Like,
especially if it's a buy two get one free on last gen games.
Yeah, or like only on 1099 games.
Yeah.
You know, it's just it's dumb. So you get the dub.
Wow, that's surprising. I thought for sure I was going down. Somehow I got that worst news award, so I'll take it. Best news of the week. Best news of the week for me is the fact that Super Smash Bros. Is already the highest selling pre-sale Nintendo Switch title of all time, keeping in mind it's only year 2, but still, it's already the best selling game essentially they're going to have for pre-sale, which means it probably will break records for just the overall selling game. That's just great news for me as a Smash fan. That means it's being well supported. That also means they're probably going to look to continue to support the game, right? Like, games that sell more, they get more support. So, you know, I truly believe we're going to receive DLC far and beyond the 5 DLC packs plus Piranha Plant that we're going to get. So great news to hear that. Excited.
Do they have a number?
I don't think they released a specific number of pre-sales.
No, just it's the most.
Yeah, it's the most. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not surprised, so. But it is great news.
Very excited. All right, so my best news, and this might come off maybe harsh, but
as best news?
Yeah, as best news. Cliffy B is done making games.
Oh, damn.
Oh, again? He stopped making games again.
He stopped making games again. So Cliff Bleszinski, co-creator of Gears of War, left on to create his own studio, Boss Key. Well, rest in peace.
R.I.P. Boss Key Games. Yep.
Not really. I don't care. They made Lawbreakers and Radical Heights. Sorry. So those games have not been doing great at all. So Cliffy B says he's done making games. But I do have a quote here that kind of him saying why he's kind of making this decision. And it goes, I really honestly feel over it making games. We're in a polarized world in which we yell at each other through the glaze of glowing rectangles when we could be kind to one another in person. So you're kind of blaming the community for not making games? I mean, you make competitive games. You're making games where you shoot and kill other people, and you're trying to shove it off as, no, we can be kind to each other, guys. We need to be nice and hold hands. And, because of this world, I'm done with games. You know damn well that's not why you're done with games. You're done with games because no one's buying your games. You don't tell us you're done making games. We told you you're done making games, Cliffy B.
What if he sees this?
That's my best news.
What if he sees this? What are you going to tell him?
What's he going to do? He's going to stop making games?
He's going to rewind 15 seconds on this video and replay it again. Yeah, I mostly agree with you. Yeah, I mean, I think he's made poor decisions over his career. Leaving Epic Studios was just a bad idea. Like, you pretty much were not solely, but largely responsible with the team that created Gears of War and you leave and you go off and do what? Like,
yeah,
try to do your own thing.
Yeah. And in previous interviews before, like this is just going on Cliffy B now, he's talked about how in this kind of gaming world, like in Battle Royale, we have the PUBG, we have the Fortnite. He says that there's only really room for two big games in a genre. You look at Call of Duty, you look at Battlefield, it's head to head against them. And he said his goal was to be number 2 or 3. Like if you're making the goal to be second best, you're not putting out the best product that you can. You're just trying to put out the product that will make you money.
See, that sounds like he should probably be working for EA, like trying to make the second best game in a genre. I think true game creators of any type, if you're making the product to go, oh man, like money, then you're probably not making a great product. But if you're making something because you're like, I like what I'm doing, I enjoy the craft, or I'm having fun,
passionate.
Yeah, having the passion, then that's when money comes. People make good things because they want to make good things.
And it used to be that way.
People make bad things when they're trying to make things for money. Like, that's just how it goes.
Judgment.
It's not a thing. Well, sorry, what?
Well, no.
Oh,
he didn't take part in that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. No.
I've never heard of that. So that's my
your gamer tag says otherwise.
I'm not gonna judge Gears of War. Why would I pass judgment on Gears of War? It's a great series.
On any kind of day.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's my best news.
Okay, so my best news. You guys knew who Mr. Anuma is, right?
Sounds familiar.
He's the one of the producers, directors in Zelda.
Okay.
I call him Mr. Anuma. So they recently had one of their orchestrated concerts, and it is teased that they're going to be releasing Skyward Sword on Switch.
Okay, that's cool.
Now, I've never played Skyward Sword. I'm excited that we're going to get another Zelda game possibly on Switch, another type of experience, especially since I haven't played this game. As long as you have the option to not have to play with motion controls, I am all on board.
Guess what the Switch does?
I know it gives you motion
controls.
The
Joy-Cons do.
I know, but if you give me the option to not have to do it, like if we get a Metroid Prime trilogy on Switch, you should be able to add the option where you don't have to use motion controls.
I really hope you don't have to use motion controls in Metroid Prime 4.
You probably will.
You probably will.
But give us the option.
So is this your best news or your worst news?
No, this is my best news.
He's happy there's another Zelda.
I mean, there's not a whole lot of news this week, but
there's a lot
to
of
have
news.
One of the only Zelda games that I have not played. Like, I'm not going to go back to the Wii to play Skyward Sword. Just do this all day. Like, if I'm going to have to do that, I'll do it with a Joy-Con, not a Wii.
But Fee talks to you in the Wii, then the Wiimote.
I forgot the Wii remotes had speakers.
Yeah.
I don't care. My Switch has a speaker.
Okay. Time to vote.
Yeah.
Let's vote. So you had the Cliffy B thing. And you had the Skyward Sword thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yours wasn't even like a best. It was more like a worst.
No, it was the best. He's
so,
done.
So specifically, your best is that he's no longer making games.
Yes.
Hater.
He is no longer just trying to crap out product to make money.
Just the visual of him like
Lawbringers. Radical Heights.
I'm gonna pick Joshua's thing with Skyward Sword only because, like, I don't know. Like, I want him to make good games. He has the capacity for it, but not when he's trying to cash in. Like,
he's jaded.
Yeah, he kind of is. Yeah, he's salty. And I do like the fact that they would hopefully bring Skyward Sword as well as a lot of their old school games. The Switch, not that it's lacking for content, because it's not, but there's a lot of games I think that are older on the Wii. I mean, it had a huge install base, but just they could have a new life. And then on the Wii U, that just didn't get a chance. Like, there are some great games in the Wii U, and they just never really saw the light of day for many Nintendo or gaming players because no one bought a Wii U. So everyone thought it was like an additional peripheral for the Wii.
Yeah. So. And then Skyward Sword is the only mainstay Zelda game that hasn't been ported to another console besides Breath of the Wild. So
it'll happen for sure.
Yeah, it has happened.
Yep, that's mine.
Yay! What's your vote?
Sean, what was yours?
Smash news.
Smash.
Come on.
The pre-sale.
Come on.
That's pretty damn good. But also Skyward Sword's pretty... Well, I don't know the game. I haven't played it either because I have no interest in a running Link until Breath of the Wild. But I'm going to I'm gonna go Smash Brothers.
Of course.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that that game is doing really well means that, I'm spacing on his name. Sakurai.
Yep.
Sakurai, you ain't done.
No.
No,
never done.
you will never get a break.
You're not the Cliffy B
To
of this
answer
world.
that question,
They're
you'll
gonna
never get a break.
they're gonna clone you and then mind map your mental image onto that clone, and they'll force him 50 years from now to continue to make Smash Brothers games.
I'm down.
That's all he'll know.
I'm down except for the cloning and torture. But yeah, no.
I didn't say torture.
Smash News takes cake.
Wasn't that like a Batman Beyond thing or something? Wasn't there some alternate universe where they kept cloning Bruce Wayne's or something like that, so there would always be a Batman?
It wasn't Batman Beyond, but that is in a comic.
Sure
Maybe
in Batman Beyond.
If it is, I don't know about that. I don't remember that.
Okay.
I know you're talking about now, but it wasn't Batman Beyond. But hold on.
Static Shock.
It was a Batman, but it wasn't Batman Beyond. It was The Batman, which is the show that I think is the second best Batman series third best behind Batman Beyond and animated series, you know. And that kind of happens, but not really.
Okay.
But there is a comic that does happen where he literally,
That's what I'm thinking of. I am thinking of the comic.
yeah, Bruce Wayne, Batman literally creates a device that clones him and then mind maps like the trauma of himself. Yeah, what happened to him. And then like the older Bruce Batman, like who's old, tells him like, hey, you got a choice. You can go live your life or you can take up however you want to say it.
Life or something.
Yeah. Take up my mantle and continue the fight, my war on crime.
That's right. Yeah, it was New 52, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of the tail end of it before they moved over to the DCU or whatever. That was only short lived when they had the DCU. But yeah, that did happen.
Okay.
It was
Sorry,
interesting.
I didn't mean to go off that tangent. It
It's
just reminded me of it.
Yeah, it's fine. Cool. Well, that's 2 dubs for me. Randomly, I didn't think I was going to win either one. When you dropped the Skyward Sword, I thought I was going to lose. And then, so cool. I'll take 2 dubs.
You really thought Skyward Sword was going to win against Smash Brothers?
Well, I mean, my news was just not as.
Brothers, bro.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Cool. I'll take 2 dubs. All right, let's go. All right, it's time for our main topic. We are discussing the Game Awards. So December 6th, the Game Awards will be televised and announced live at the LA Convention Center in Los Angeles, California. And we're going to be discussing 4 or 5 of the main categories that we felt were most important to us, and discussing what we felt each of us might choose for those winners, or if we think someone generally shouldn't have made it, we might also discuss that. So let's hop into this. So Game Awards, we'll say the Big Daddy, obviously Game of the Year for the end.
He's right there.
That is true. He is right there. So we'll be going through Indie Game of the Year, Best Ongoing Game, Best Multiplayer Game of 2018, Best Story, Narrative, Storyline Game, and then of course Game of the Year. So let's start off. Let's start off with the Best Multiplayer Games. I think that's the easiest one to kind of chat about. Okay, so best multiplayer games. So for outstanding online multiplayer gameplay and design, including cooperative and massively multiplayer experiences, as those are all options.
Massively.
Irrespective of game genre. So it doesn't have to be a shooter. It can be anything as far as multiplayer. However, they're pretty much all shooters except for one. So the nominees: Call of Duty Black Ops 4,
Not surprised.
Destiny 2 Forsaken, Fortnite, Monster Hunter World, Sea of Thieves.
Why is Fortnite still in this running?
Yeah, I'm not certain as to why Fortnite made it in, considering it didn't release this year.
This is this is multiplayer.
Nor did it have a major expansion a la Destiny. Because, I mean, one could also argue Destiny 2 has not released 2018, but I suppose the new DLC, which does add several new game modes, it did release. So, yeah, Sea of Thieves, I think we can all agree, personally, it does not, for me, it doesn't belong on this list. It hasn't earned a spot on best multiplayer game.
Not just the best, I don't count that really in the multiplayer category so
It's
much.
strictly multiplayer though.
It feels more like cooperative versus.
That's multiplayer.
Yeah,
It does say that specifically.
Yeah, they did say that. Okay,
Yeah, but
forget I said anything.
But I do agree that it does not belong on this list.
No, and as this, I mean, this is the Game Awards' own synopsis for what qualifies. it says irrespective of game genre, how does Sea of Thieves make it, but Dragon Ball does not? Dragon Ball is a multiplayer game. It is. So you're saying Sea of Thieves made it over Dragon Ball or Soul Calibur?
No fighting games made it into the best multiplayer, which I would think most people get fighting games to play against other people, multiplayer.
Very, very true. So, I mean, right there, I think that's a game that I don't think should make the list just because it did not earn it. Like, it wasn't, first of all, it didn't even sell well, right? Like, it was a game you got for free for having, Game Pass.
It sold well for people who bought Game Pass.
Right. Which people, as a matter of fact, it was only, I think it was mostly a ploy to get people to get Game Pass because you could pretty much get Sea of Thieves for free for $10 or $1 or whatever, 30-day trial you had for Game Pass.
And then forget that you subscribe so they can take your money.
That's pretty much what they're hoping for.
Yeah. I mean, A Way Out should have been on there.
I mean, it is a multiplayer game.
Oh, you meant on the nomination,
on this list,
not the Game Pass.
Yeah, correct. Yes.
So, first thing here, what is the game that you feel the Game Awards, just based off the grouping of journalists and industry important figures who contribute to making this decision? What game do you feel they're going to pick as the best multiplayer game from this list?
Fortnite.
Oh, wow.
I think they're going to pick Fortnite.
Okay, interesting.
I think they'll pick Call of Duty. There was a lot of hype on Call of Duty. Zombies continues to do good, but a lot of people have talked nothing but great things about Blackout being the new competitive mode in that game. And it'll be the same as a lot of these games on the list. I probably haven't played, but I've seen it, and it looks like a lot of fun. And it's very tough for a particular game or a title to add something new that really reinvigorates how people play a long-lived franchise. And the Blackout mode seems to have done that for Call of Duty.
Yeah. I agree. I think Black Ops 4 is going to take this one. And I've had the pleasure, I guess you can say the pleasure of playing all 5 of the games on this list. Black Ops 4, I did put some time into the Forsaken DLC. I have played a bit of Fortnite, although it's not my genre, Monster Hunter World and Sea of Thieves. I think Black Ops 4 is the most fully fleshed out, where it does offer something multiplayer wise for everybody, cooperative, and then 2 different types of, competitive. Just their standard, team deathmatch type stuff. And then obviously Blackout. And then of course they're zombies. And then like you said, like they've added a new component, and like Chandler said, and I'll admit that I was kind of wrong there, where, they're adding something new. It may not be new to them as far as creating it and being on the cutting edge, but even if you take that away from them, right, that they're not the ones that are innovating and adding like a zombie mode when someone else did it first, or adding Blackout when PUBG and Fortnite did it first, they do it. They incorporate new things pretty damn well. Like,
and they do. It's more than just kind of copy and paste reskinning of a mode. They put time and effort into it. I'll definitely give them that. It's not my the zombie mode's not my cup of tea, but people love it, and Activision and Treyarch and Infinity Ward, that whole conglomerate there, they know that, and so they definitely make sure to put effort and money into those modes.
Absolutely. So you said Fortnite. I really didn't think you'd say that. What made you choose Fortnite?
I forgot Call of Duty was on the list.
Okay, fair.
But to be different, I will stand by Fortnite.
Okay.
I think I can see them going with Fortnite because it isn't the innovator of Battle Royale, but it's definitely the one that people think of. Blackout is there, but Blackout's only there because Fortnite got so big.
That's fair. Blackout would still... Okay, yeah, Blackout specifically is there because of that. They wouldn't have invented that mode. Yeah. You're right, without Fortnite.
There might have even been a single-player campaign.
Yeah, you might be true. I think, though, you might be... I know you kind of changed your answer, but it depends on how they're looking at it, right? Like if they're looking at success, Fortnite is the most successful game in a lot of years.
Yeah.
If they base it on that, they could give it to Fortnite. I don't agree with that, but
neither do I. But you asked me what I think they will.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
So segueing right into it, what's your game of the year? And I'm gonna start it off. Not game of the year. I'm sorry. Multiplayer game of the year. It's Call of Duty. There's no question. I've played it, put a little bit of time into it. It just hands down is more. It's more fleshed out. It's
polished.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you. Polished, way more polished than even Destiny 2. Although the gunplay in Destiny 2 is fun, but it hasn't changed much, in my opinion, from Destiny 1.
Yeah. My pick out of these nominations. Yeah, I'm gonna also go Call of Duty Black Ops 4. It's been a while since I've been in back into the Call of Duty competitive scene. This game, because of Blackout, kind of interests me to pick up this game. So I have played the Blackout mode. It's my first kind of venture really into the Battle Royale mode. It's fun. It's definitely fun with friends.
Yep. I'm big in Call of Duty. Not because it's the yearly thing, but for the fact that they reinvented a couple of things, and it really brought back excitement for a game that people drop off every year. And so I got nothing much else to add to that.
Yeah, and I think you guys feel the same. I don't necessarily know if there was another game just that released this year that could have beaten Call of Duty, but I definitely think there's a lot of games that should have been on the nominee list that aren't.
I'm glad Monster Hunter's on there.
Yeah, it was a fun game. But Soul Calibur 6 definitely deserved a spot on this list. Like,
I think they treat fighting games only as a fighting game category now, which is kind of sad.
I mean, maybe, but it says online multiplayer gameplay and design, including co-op and massively multiplayer experiences, irrespective of game genre. If you're gonna say that doesn't exclude 1v1.
Well,
that's multiplayer.
They said massively.
Well, it said online multiplayer gameplay and design, including co-op and massive multiplayer. Okay. So they were trying to make sure that they showed that, hey, it's not just like a small team of people.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I don't know. Cool. Well, that's the first category there. Next, we've got best story and narrative. So best narrative game of the year for outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game. The candidates, nominees: Detroit Become Human on PS4, God of War from Sony Santa Monica on PS4, Life is Strange 2 Episode 1 from Dot Nod Entertainment, Square Enix, Marvel's Spider-Man on PS4 from Insomniac Games, and of course Red Dead 2 from Rockstar Games are the 5 nominees. So anyone that doesn't deserve to be on this list, that maybe someone else should have been there.
Not that I can fully say with confidence, only because the only one I haven't really touched or played is Life is Strange. Mm-hmm. I'm sure that story can be phenomenal, but I haven't really ventured into it too much. So if there's one on the chopping block for me, I'd say that one.
Okay.
No, I think it should stay. I mean, it's one of those interactive storytelling games where you kind of make certain decisions and you have the ability to kind of rewind some of the things that you do. So I think it does have a direct correlation with storytelling versus maybe, I mean, every game has some story in there. Does Red Dead actually have a decent story? Okay.
I mean, I say so far the year's almost over. They definitely deserve a spot on this list. Yeah, I mean, Life is Strange is it's a good story. I played a bit of the first season and it is definitely fun. I don't know about Spider-Man overall. It's not a bad story, but when I'm looking at the rest of this list, that one is not necessarily genre driven. No, I'm sorry, narrative driven.
I would disagree.
Okay.
I disagree strongly.
Okay, fair enough. Is the Game Awards going to pick? What is their pick?
Nominations one more time.
Detroit Become Human, God of War, Life is Strange, Marvel Spider-Man, Red Dead 2.
They're going to pick Red Dead.
Okay.
It depends on how deep Life is Strange Season 2 is. If it's really deep and it's better than the first one, I think it might have a little bit of an edge. But then Red Dead is just, the game to get because of everything that they've done that's kind of shattering the mold. And usually games stick out more. Just like Garrett thought Fortnite might stick out because even though it doesn't really stick to that category as far as deserving to be in there, it's still changing how we look at, games. Not just from a competitive scene, just from a kind of cultural perspective.
Okay. So wait, what game?
I think they will pick Red Dead.
Right, Red Dead. Okay. Honestly, I think Red Dead 2. but I think it really is going to depend on what game is going to win Game of the Year for them. Like, they're going to want to give an honor to whatever game doesn't win that. So, like, if Red Dead 2 wins Game of the Year, then, like, this award is going to go to someone else.
You don't think they'll just lavish Rockstar and just...
You have the best game. You have the best story.
You have the best multiplayer. It's not out yet. You had it.
Is that a category?
Great.
Just licking
best
those
fighting game.
those Red Dead 2 horse balls.
Yeah.
No, I think that it would go that way, but I feel like because of who I feel is going to win Game of the Year, that Red Dead 2 would be their best pick for narrative. It would be their pick. So, yep. Okay. What is our choice?
No, it's hands down God of War.
I 100% agree. God of War.
I'm up there with God of War. Close second, I'm going to say Spider-Man.
Okay, but you're picking God of War.
I'm picking God of War.
So it's interesting.
Picking God of War.
That's interesting that you say so close of a second for Spider-Man, not Red Dead 2?
No, not for me personally.
Like, what did you like about the Spider-Man story versus the Red Dead 2 story narrative?
I think the way that the characters acted, I think the way that there's small things that they put into making the game or making the story or even the dialogue that I think helps mold the story. For instance, whenever Peter Parker or Spider-Man is talking and doing dialogue with someone, it changes how exerted he is, whether between you're just standing there and letting the conversation play or if you're swinging around, running and everything. Like, just that kind of attention to detail, I think, can really flesh out a story. And I say that knowing damn well that Rockstar and Red Dead, they pay too much attention in their games to the point where, like, if you forget to unequip your gun, you know, a whole different slew of options are there when you're just trying to talk to somebody. So, I mean, I get that and everything, but there is an ending or a moment in the end of Spider-Man that kind of actually really got me. So, like, Red Dead hasn't been able to pull any kind of heartstrings on me yet at all.
Mm-hmm.
God of War has, and Spider-Man has.
Okay, that's fair enough. I think we all agree, obviously, God of War is the game. The story redefined that whole franchise. And it was good, and it made sense for the previous games. They introduced new characters that were awesome, villains that were very unique. Like, it was great. It was great. So cool.
My only complaint with the story, though, is that if you know Norse mythology, you see this stuff coming a mile away. You see who the villain is. You see what's going to happen to the villain. Mm-hmm. So when it comes to story that way, I don't want to say they copied and pasted. They obviously didn't with, you know, introducing Kratos and Atreus / other person. But on its own merit, on its own story, like if you're going in there fresh, it's an amazing story.
Yeah, fair enough. And now that I think about it, you know, in the top of this little segment, I said, what game didn't deserve to be on the list? Detroit Become Human, honestly, like, I thought about it because it is narrative based. The whole game through, it wasn't great. Like, the story wasn't that profound. Like, you're like this Messiah AI robot, and like, I barely put any effort into my decisions, and like, everything came up Millhouse. Like, everything just worked out well. Like, nobody died, and people are talking like nothing bad happened.
Neutral.
Yeah, but like, it wasn't like I was trying to be good or bad. I was just making decisions. Like, I'm going to do that. Like, well, no, I don't like that. I'm going to stab that guy or whatever, you know, like.
What about that part where you're walking down the street as Marcus and you're just turning everybody on? Like, all their consciences. You're just like, oh, hey, what's up? Oh, I don't want to be a slave anymore.
I hated that so much.
I will join you in this fight.
There was a reason for everyone else turning. Like, the reason that Marcus turned, the reason that the other AI.
Yeah, Kara.
It was impactful and profound. And then now this guy's just like, you
come to life.
Come on.
And you come to life. And you come to life.
Come on. Like,
about to start a musical.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all. Okay, cool. That's 2 categories down, 3 to go. Next we have best ongoing game. Awarded to a game for that's how you wanted?
Yep.
Best ongoing. Best ongoing game. Awarded to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. So essentially this is an award for a game that hasn't released in 2018. It came out pretty much before then, and it continues to develop with new content. And the nominees for this are Destiny 2 Forsaken, which was an expansion that released this year, Fortnite from Epic Games, Destiny 2, of course, by Bungie, No Man's Sky from Hello Games, Overwatch from Blizzard, and Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege from Ubisoft. So, same question. What game deserved to not be on this list if you can think of one?
No, those are solid choices, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I think they all deserve a spot up there.
Yep. I think they all deserve a spot, but someone shouldn't have made the list, and not because they didn't deserve a spot, but because another game deserved it.
Division?
No, that'd have been a good one though. But no, Grand Theft Auto 5 absolutely needs to be on this list. No question. They are putting.
No, I'm questioning it.
No question. Really? Are you really questioning it?
Objection.
Well, we do hear every time that, there's a new kind of update to the online, whatever, I guess new heist mode or new cars that are coming in. Has that been this year? Have they had new stuff this year?
Absolutely. No question.
They had the one scientists in space kind of thing, right?
They've had that. They've had new patches, new updates, new cars, new weapons. They are supporting the heck out of that game. And if you're talking about ongoing content, that game came out in 2013, bro. Like, if anyone has been supporting the game, it's them. And I don't know if they would have won, but yeah, they for sure deserve a spot.
Fair enough.
Even if that meant you needed to have 6 nominees and not 5, like, there's no way you cannot include their game. So,
agreed. Fair enough.
Yeah. Okay, so what do you think they're going to pick? What's the game that the Game Awards is making the game for ongoing Game of the Year?
Fortnite.
I honestly don't think it will. I think Blizzard wins again. They won last year. They're going to win this year.
You think they're the critics? No. I mean,
I think the critics will pick that game. I know Fortnite is making a lot of money, but it's too early to really say what are they really supporting?
Bruh, Thanos was in it.
I mean,
Thanos was in it.
Ralph's in it.
Ralph is in it.
I don't know, man. I feel like Blizzard is doing it the right way. Like, Overwatch they're putting out content, and it's not always like the speed of 800 new skins and 32 NFL skins that Fortnite's doing, but it's what their fans want. Like, they want new characters, they want maybe a new mode or 1 or 2 new modes,
new maps.
Yeah, new maps, and they're doing skins. that happens often. The events that they're having, it rivals, I think, but with better quality, what Fortnite's doing. So I thought they're going to pick Overwatch.
I agree that Overwatch is a better quality overall, but Fortnite is breaking pop cultural barriers in video games by adding Thanos. Ralph's making an appearance. They have different game modes. They added sports. Was it football? Is it football skins?
They added 32 NFL skins.
Yeah, like that. That's not something that you'll see in a video game, let alone a game that's free, that is bridging the gap between just a game you play to you being able to customize and make it your own because you like this outside that realm. I mean, Thanos is a big deal, and that's kind of where it started. And they're in, season 6 now?
Yeah.
So just the fact that they have that on top of everything else that they're just throwing in there for skins and stuff. So yeah. I think they will pick Fortnite. It's not my pick, though.
Quick side note. I only know about the 32 NFL skins because my young
32 NFL sins.
Spearing in the back. Sin
like
number 1.
Yeah.
Concussions.
My cousin Noah literally watched a YouTube video. I can't understand the younger generation. They're past me. He watched a YouTube video where a dude was literally just reviewing which costume out of the 32 NFL team was the best. So he just clicked on one and said, okay, this is number 32. This is why. And then he cut the video and then flashed 31. And he went all the way to what his favorite one out of all the skins are.
I don't see a problem. That's content, bro. I don't see an issue.
Are you serious?
It's like an unboxing.
Please, God, tell me that you're joking.
No.
Gary, it's just NFL. It's just.
I understand what you're seeing, and I understand how you can come to that conclusion. But in this world of streaming and let's plays and speed runs, YouTube and all that stuff, This is content, man. This is why people cut the cable.
This is, first of all, you think you know a guy. But this is what's wrong with YouTube. Like, shoddy, shitty content like that, just where it wasn't like there are a bunch of cool ass skins. It's just the 32 NFL home team skins. Like, it's just turn on the TV and watch the dang game.
But if he wants to see like how the skins look before he buys them,
you can do that already.
Yeah.
Take a look at the subscribe numbers. How about you go tell him while you're slaving away, hoping to get a half day off. He's here playing Fortnite, reviewing 32 NFL sins
for thousands and thousands of dollars. Yeah, and probably they're watching him because of him. Like I watched a YouTuber like rate like supers in a fighting game and some other stuff, just not for what it is, just for the fact that I like the YouTuber themselves.
Okay. All right, fine. Maybe it's just me then who thinks that's asinine and ridiculous.
Yeah, how about you you look at the camera and you go like this and you damn kids.
So you wouldn't watch a video on the tier list of Smash Brother characters.
See, but that's a little bit different, right? Like
because they're not skins?
Yeah, because it's not the skins.
If there are 30 different skins for your favorite Smash character,
I don't need him to rate them for me. Like not the skins.
But you would watch it because you would want to see all the skins.
See, no, I wouldn't. I would not.
Fair enough.
That's just you.
Yeah. I say that into my great shame. Like I watched an IGN video that literally just showed the walking animation for all 174 Pokemon at Let's Go Eevee. I did do that.
This guy.
Guilty by association.
Okay.
This guy.
Okay, so that's what we feel they're going to pick.
Traitor.
What are we picking? What's the narrative game of the year?
No, the ongoing.
Ongoing. I'm sorry. Yeah, we already did narrative. Ongoing.
Overwatch, man. Overwatch. It's getting content every season. Every 3 months is a new character along with a new skin. Oh, sorry. New skins too. New character and a new map, and for free.
Yeah.
No, I think it should go to No Man's Sky.
Oh,
because from where that game has been and the content they're about to release, if they haven't just released it, goes far and beyond what gamers are. I mean, when you look at that content and what that game should have been in the beginning, like they're still pushing the boundary for how you can expand that game, how you can play with other people, how you can play by yourself. Now they're adding more worlds and more creatures, and I think that expansion alone, just for this past year, has done wonders for that game compared to where they came from.
Okay. I would agree with you, Joshua, if the category was most improved.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I mean, Overwatch. I won't get into the reasons why. Garrett said it. I said it earlier as to why they should pick it. It just makes more sense. Cool.
Ash is cool.
Sure. Next is Indie Game of the Year. So best indie game of the year for outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made out of the traditional publisher system. Nominees: Celeste by Matt Makes Games, Dead Cells by Motion Twin, Into the Breach by Subset Games, Return of the Obra Dinn by 3909 LLC, and The Messenger by Sabotage Studio. So what game are they picking? Or first of all, what game doesn't deserve to be on this list?
I don't even know what the hell that last one was.
Yeah.
The Messenger?
No, okay, second to last one.
He's talking about Return
I know which one he's talking about, but he said the last one.
He did.
Okay, but yeah, Return the Oberon?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
Black and white?
I've got no clue what that is, so.
I don't know what it is either. It could still be a good game. I've heard great stuff about each other entry in here, so I mean, only because my lack of knowledge for Return of Oberon or whatever. I can't say it doesn't belong there, but I don't know what it is.
Okay, fair enough.
No, it's all good.
Yeah, all good for me. It's all good.
Any games.
What are they picking? What's winning? What's winning for TGA?
They might pick Dead Cells.
For sure, Celeste. They're gonna pick Celeste.
I mean, they should pick Celeste.
The internet has such a raging, just raging.
Clue?
For raging clue for Celeste.
As they should.
I haven't played Celeste.
You would hate it.
I don't know if I'd hate it.
Because it's hard. You would hate it because it's hard. It's challenging. It's great.
As far as games I see them picking, I don't know. I think it could be a toss up between Celeste and Dead Cells. I only say not Dead Cells only because of the controversy it had when it first came out, as far as the IGN review thing.
Yeah, don't that guy. Don't give him the name.
No, well, not the IGN guy. Boomstick Gaming, I will absolutely, give credit to. But yeah, one of those two, I think. Into the Breach, I've heard great stuff about. I haven't played it personally, but yeah, I'd say that's one of them.
Yeah, I think you're gonna pick Celeste. Okay, and you said
I think it'll be Dead Cells.
Okay, cool. What are you picking?
For my pick, only because I haven't played Celeste or Into the Breach, I'm picking Messenger. Messenger is a fun game. It is challenging. A lot of puzzles, a lot of great music, and fun. The cloud stepping is a fun mechanic to build around your game. It was a blast. I 100% of it.
Nice.
Good.
I like Celeste a lot.
Yeah.
I really do. But Dead Cells did something for me this year that it just other games haven't. And honestly, if God of War weren't here this year, Dead Cells would probably be my game of the year.
Okay.
Probably. So.
That's surprising.
Yeah.
So. You go back to it every now and then, too.
Maybe I should check out the Celeste game.
You must.
Yeah, it's
you
good.
must.
Celeste is a great game.
Yeah.
So what's your pick?
That is my pick. Those have been following along with us. I've been raving about that game since I played it. I'm big on platform games. I'm big on like old retro pixelated style games. Music is phenomenal. Even the small intricate story is very touching, and it really, certain points can really like stab you right in the heart, right in the feels. And it does that in its moments. And then the music kind of messes with your head sometimes with that emotion, but it's phenomenal. It is challenging. It is fun. It even steps it up a notch if you try to do some of the time trial modes. If you find all the secret tapes, it adds a harder version. And then there's another third version of difficulty after that.
I'm just going to try to beat the game.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I've done all the difficulty. It was just a blast, and it was a big, pleasant surprise. And I played that as soon as it came out, and I was able to get through that before all the hype built up after that. And it definitely deserves, Indie of the Year.
Nice. Cool. All right. Time for the Big Daddy for Game of the Year. Let's see here. So Game of the Year, the Game Awards nominees, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, from Ubisoft, Celeste by Matt Makes Games,
Wow.
God of War from Santa Monica Studios, Marvel Spider-Man from Insomniac Games, Monster Hunter World from Capcom, and of course, Red Dead Redemption 2 from Rockstar Games. Who doesn't deserve to be on this list?
Cricket.
Monster Hunter World for me does not deserve to be here.
Really?
It was just not nearly as polished as it needs to be a game of the year.
To be fair, you're coming in from outside the Monster Hunter realm. For people who have been in the genre and been with it since damn near it came out, this is the most beautiful Monster Hunter that has ever been. It's sold the most. It's quite popular.
Yeah.
Maybe. And
Capcom's best-selling game.
Yes.
Maybe I'm missing it, but I don't think so. Like good game design, good user interface design is good user interface design is good user interface design. Doesn't matter what game you're playing. If the UI is not good, it's just not good. And yes, maybe it's better than what they've had for Monster Hunter, but it's not good in comparison to great games. I've played many games that have better user interfaces. Come on. You played it. I think you played it. It was so convoluted, like trying to figure out like how to craft, do this or that, all the different systems. They didn't make it very intuitive for you to get things done.
I think it was just a different type of game that we were looking for. I don't think that's the game's fault. I think that's how it's made, and I think it's meant for all that micromanaging and all of that stuff, and that's just not for us.
See, I disagree. It is for me. I mean, I've done that in Fallout 4, where you have to have a billion different stupid things to craft. I've done that with Elder Scrolls, with Metal Gear. Like, that happen. I'm used to it, and I relish it in the right environment. And I just don't think Monster Hunter did it in a great way. And I think what it is, like you said, I think the Monster Hunter community, they were used to one way, which was very archaic. And then it got better, so they loved it. But the rest of us were like, this is still not up to snuff, so this is not okay.
It's a hard jumping in point for us because it's different. I don't I don't agree with what you're saying because it is different and something that you just have to attribute yourself to get used to. And once you know it, you know it. Other than that, like there's a lot of people that don't like Red Dead for all the mechanics that you have to add because it's just too much to do when they just want to play the game.
Yeah, see, but I'm not talking about what they have to do. I'm talking about the way that it's presented and the way that it's given to you. And Red Dead is very intuitive. Say what you will about having too many systems, which maybe it does. It is for sure intuitive. You will not have to worry about, okay, what button is it? Like, where's it at in the menu?
Disagree. I've shot many people I did not mean to.
Well, okay.
But that's just me.
That seems a tad bit different versus
you're
like
just getting triggered.
Well, because you're saying the controls are intuitive.
Well, more so like I need to find a weapon or a crafting item, or like I need to figure out like the map system. How do I bring up the fast travel?
They just need better tutorials.
Maybe I'm just saying that those things like what you're arguing is that well they're just used to it and I just don't get it. But like if I'm in California, which I am, and then I go to Detroit,
I'm not.
No, he's actually somewhere else. We just have a great,
you got a great projecting hologram of Garrett.
But if I go to Detroit and I go, oh God, it's so cold. It's so cold. And someone's like, oh, you're just not used to it. No, it's still cold. You're just familiar with it. That doesn't make it not cold. It's still cold. They don't tell me like, oh, I'm not used to it. Like, relax. No, it's still cold. You've just been dealing with it. It's still not good UI. You just been dealing with it. So
I would disagree, but that's another thing.
Fair enough.
We
so
need to continue.
What game are they picking? What game is the Game Awards picking?
Red Dead.
Do you all want to say at the same time?
Yeah.
Or?
Oh, I already said it.
Oh,
yeah.
All right. They're picking.
You and I. 1, 2, 3.
Red
Dead Redemption 2.
I'll just go Red Dead.
That's fine.
RDRD.
Yeah, they're picking Red Dead. It's the most successful game that's Rockstar has done, and like it's breaking all kinds of records, and it's literally all IGN talks about.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what happens when they update their multiplayer, because that'll either make or break the longevity of this game.
It won't change.
I see it only going up,
and it won't change anything for this Game Awards.
No, absolutely not.
Out. Cool. So I mean, we talked about why they're going to pick it. It just makes sense. I think it's the wrong move, but what's our game of the year? I think we all got the same one on three.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
God of War.
Yep.
Yeah, God of War is clearly the best game of the year.
So fun
in every respect. Gameplay, voice acting,
controls,
music, story, new game plus,
graphically,
the supporting characters, the lore, every aspect of it is amazing.
So fun.
It really was fun combat. Even just the weapons, as far as the upgrades and the mechanics with that, the new camera angles, it just was a masterpiece.
Yeah, it was a great game. Santa Monica did a great job.
I was like, Santa
did
do?
Santa made it all possible.
They got them elves working in Santa Monica.
Cool. All right. Well, that is our take on the 5 major Game Award categories and our thoughts and takes on them all.
Let's see how right we are next week.
We'll definitely see how that plays out.
You win. Perfect.
All right. It is time for Gamer Trivia. So 2 of us go head to head in a best of 3 trivia contest. The loser makes next week's trivia for you to enjoy. The winner gets to enjoy next week's trivia and play again. So good luck in Gamer Trivia. All right. I won, gave Garrett quite the whooping there in Stanley Trivia.
Yeah. Not happy about it.
Almost got that last question right.
I was so close. So close. So yeah, what do you got for us today, Garrett?
All right. So a pretty big game came out not too long ago. It's FIFA? 6th installment, which actually it's not.
The 76th installment?
No, more like the 9th. But this is Soul Calibur Trivia.
Okay. It's going to be rough for me.
Mm-hmm.
Are you saying, as in you agree it's going to be rough for Johnny, or also rough for you?
Both.
All right.
So Soul Calibur 1 or all of Soul Calibur?
Question number 1. There are 4 characters that have been in all 9 Soul Calibur games. Which one of these characters has only been in 8?
What?
All right, so there's 4 characters that have been in every single game.
I got the question.
One of these characters has only been in 8.
So which one has not been in all of them?
Yes, correct. So, A, Ivy. B, Siegfried. C, Mitsurugi. Or D, Cervantes. Which one of those characters has only been in 8 of the 9 Soul Calibur games?
Do you know the answer, Joshua?
I believe I know the answer.
Johnny.
I said the name wrong, though.
You said D, Cervantes. Joshua, you said B, Siegfried.
Yep.
The correct answer is A, Ivy.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Siegfried has been in all of them. And Nightmare has also been in all of them as an alternate costume.
So which game was she not in?
Ivy was not in the very first one.
Oh,
Dreamcast, huh?
interesting.
We're not allowed to have them big old jugs.
The whip.
The big old whips. Yep, not allowed. Nope. Mm-mm. All right, so that is incorrect for both of you. The score is 0-0 in no one's favor.
I can never get the one up on you guys.
Well, not yet. There's still time. You can still get a one up. Question number 2. In Soul Calibur 2, besides Spawn in the Xbox original version, Todd McFarlane created another character. Who was it? A. Nightmare. B. Necrid. C. Astaroth. Or D. Yoshimitsu. Which one of these characters did Todd McFarlane create?
Answers again?
A. Nightmare. B. Necrid. C. Astaroth. Or D. Yoshimitsu.
Gosh, it's been so long since I played that game.
I have Johnny's answer.
I played the best version. It was the GameCube version.
And I have Joshua's answer. Joshua, you said B. Necrid.
Yeah, it's probably wrong because I'm now remembering what that character was. And I'm like, no, that was terrible.
Johnny, you said C. Astaroth. The correct answer is B.
No, okay.
Necrid.
I knew it was one of those two.
Yeah.
That's my only hope. Okay, cool. Cool.
Got the upper hand. Yay.
So, see, told you. So that is correct for Joshua. Incorrect for Johnny. Score is 1-0. Joshua's favor.
You remember who Necrid was?
I just recognize the names, that's all.
It was the weird polygonal dude that can like morph into any character.
Kinda. He was a green guy with a big lava circle on his chest.
Yeah.
And spikes and red eyes.
I see him polygonal because it's, GameCube, PS2.
Fair enough. Speaking of, fun fact.
Yay!
In Soul Calibur 2, characters could say pre-fight quotes before the match started.
Yes, they could.
However, in Link's case, for the GameCube, he just had various yells and grunts, since he is traditionally a silent protagonist.
Yeah! Hey, yeah!
All right. Question number 3.
That was like one of the best features in that game.
This might get tough now. Which game was exclusive to the Nintendo Wii? A. Soul Calibur Lost Swords. B. Soul Calibur Broken Destiny. C. Soul Calibur Unbreakable Soul. Or D. Soul Calibur Legends. Or E. None of them were exclusive to Wii.
I'd be disappointed if you don't know this one.
I think I know it.
I have both your answers, and you have both answered D. Soul Calibur Legends.
You were correct, sir.
The correct answer is D. Soul Calibur Legends.
I was hoping you didn't know so I could catch up.
Yeah, Broken Sword's the PSP game.
Yes, it is.
Bum,
And
bum.
Unbreakable Soul is apparently an iOS game. Didn't know there was one.
Anything coming to mobile is a surprise to you.
This is true. This is true. All right, so that was correct for both of you gentlemen. And the score is 2-1, Joshua's favor.
Mm-hmm.
Now we come to the salty sudden death.
Oh, man. This is where I get to play the meta game.
So you guys can bet as many points as you have. If you get the question right, you gain that many points. Get the question wrong, you lose that many points. If you get the question correct, you get an additional 2 points on top of that.
Dun, dun, dun.
Right. I have both of their bets. Moving on to the question.
Yes.
What was the name of the first entry to the Soul Calibur series?
Okay.
No tricks.
Trying to write it out and maybe I'll know.
All right, Joshua's answer. Now I have Johnny's answer. Joshua, I'll start with you.
Yep.
So Joshua, you answered Soul Calibur.
No, you're supposed to say it like the announcer.
Soul Calibur.
Thank you.
Makes sense. Johnny, you answered Soul Calibur. Blades of Destiny. Gentlemen, that is both incorrect. Both of those answers are incorrect. The correct answer was Soul Edge.
Oh,
Soul Edge.
Oh man, I should have known that.
Alternatively, I also would have accepted Soul Blade, which is what it was called overseas. But that is unfortunately incorrect. Now for the points.
Well, he wins 2-1.
Joshua, you had 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
You bet none.
That's right.
Johnny, you had 1 point. You also bet none.
It's different when we went down to 3. We can't play the long meta bet anymore.
No, it's still kind of the same.
Yeah.
I don't think it's any different.
We always bet 0 if we're ahead at this point.
So with all that said, Joshua, you are the Soul Calibur champion.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Soul Edge. I got my Talim character.
I
My
loved
main
how in
pick.
Soul Calibur 2 they had like different weapon sets and everything. So like when you had the Soul Calibur, had Soul Edge, it actually showed them like every character could have them. I don't know if that was a mainstay in all the Soul Calibur games that I remember.
No, I mean it wasn't 3 and then 4. You could customize the character, but they took away a lot of the weapon customization.
Yeah.
And then now in 6, you can make almost any anime pop culture character.
So
which is
I have
awesome.
seen.
It's awesome. Except for the lizard with that one.
The lizard with the thing.
Yep.
All right, and that's trivia.
I win.
You win. Good job, man. All right. It is time to move on.
Soul Calibur 6.
So we are moving to the speed run. So every week we discuss 7 news stories, fun facts, topics, whatever you want to call them, that didn't make it for a full segment. We give ourselves 1 minute per topic before moving on to the next one. So gotta go fast
Oh, dang, you skipped it. What the?
in the speed run.
You left out the finished or not portion. You caught me off guard. The hell?
Yeah, you're fine.
I said finished or not.
You did not.
Oh, well, I was going that fast.
Not. Who's there?
Yeah, there you go. Got it.
No.
All right, here we go.
Boo.
Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu break Nintendo Switch record by selling 3 million copies in its first week of release.
Okay, so that's great news for the Switch. It's great news because, Johnny, you didn't think this game was going to sell at all when it was announced.
I mean,
and-
yeah, but
I think the numbers are skewed because it's 2 games.
I mean, one could argue that's how it is, right? With Pokemon, any version,
Blue, red. Yeah.
that's just how it goes. I it's a kind of a cheater move. You're right, but they haven't contested that for 25 years. You know, so
Well, I don't know, because either way, it still sells. Like it's still 3 million. Whether it's 1.5 Pikachu and 1.5 Eevee, it's still 3 million of that game.
Is there a reason to own both? Like, if there's any type of reason to own both as a player, then that's forcing you to buy both potentially.
Not necessarily. I mean, you could still make trades and all that stuff, and you could still get Pokemon through your Pokemon Go
But
apps. and all
even
that.
if a small percentage of people
Next! The live-action Lion King movie released its first official trailer. Thanksgiving Day.
Seen this? Have you heard about this?
Okay.
You guys watch this?
I did watch
did.
this.
As did I. I thought it was cool. I mean, I even saw the side-by-side comparisons that they've done from the original Lion King movie to this. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought it looked nice. I mean, it didn't
Lion
show
King.
much.
No, it didn't. It showed... I mean, we still got our man James Earl Jones, so that's great. But yeah, we didn't see much of it. We didn't see Timon. We didn't see Pumbaa. We didn't even hear Simba speak.
It was pretty much the intro to Pride Rock.
Yeah, which I mean, that's fine. That's a perfectly fine way
You
to.
could see
We didn't
Rafiki.
even get to see Scar.
Nope. I'm excited to see what Scar looks like. I hope they do him justice.
It's probably aligned with Scar.
Yeah. I mean, imagine seeing, the end of Mufasa in this live action. Like, it's going to break people's hearts.
Yeah, now we got to do it again, man.
Yeah, in like full, 3D.
Yeah, 3D IMAX. Next.
Eevee will be getting its own official Pokemon Tamagotchi, as it was just announced shortly after the release of the Let's Go Eevee game.
I swear I asked you not to put that in the speed run.
You didn't have anything else to contribute.
You
so
put it in anyway.
It was a week news week.
It was a week. News week.
Yep. I mean, it's cool that... Nope.
Is it cool?
Who the hell is still playing with Tamagotchis?
Well, when this Eevee one comes out, plenty of people.
You're going to get one?
No, not me.
I was going to say it's cool that it's going to be officially licensed.
I swear they've done something like this before.
They probably have, but this is just going to bring back that all these units, especially, so if they sold like 1 million of the Eevee games, you're probably going to get 20% of that's going to buy this Tamagotchi.
No way. They might get 5%. They'll be lucky and happy if they get 5%.
They'll get way more percent if they slap Pikachu on there.
Nobody's buying Tamagotchis.
I don't know why they.
It's because they don't really make them as much anymore. So you just bring back nostalgic.
When is the last time you've seen a Tamagotchi in the store?
That's exactly my point, because I haven't seen them in forever.
Next.
Square Enix says it has completed development on Kingdom Hearts 3. I'll believe that when I fucking see the game on the shelf.
Did I make a comment on Facebook when we posted this? I was like,
It's something that.
Yeah, I was like, Johnny's not gonna.
Nobody. Come on.
January 29th. It's coming.
So you don't believe it's coming out on the release date? You don't believe they're done with it?
It's not even gone gold yet.
Well, that's just based on shipped, product.
Yeah. So if it's not gone gold, I don't believe it. When they tell me the game has gone gold, when they are being delivered somewhere, perhaps I will believe it. Or maybe they'll Little Big Planet us when the game will, like 2 days before release, they'll recall all the games.
So Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming.
So you think it's done? I think it's done.
I bought a PS3 for Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, so it only took them 15 years to make the game.
Darn near had to buy a PS5. You're on the cusp.
Hey, don't be surprised if it re-releases on the next gen console.
Absolutely.
It will.
1.5, 2.5, 3.5 final mix.
They'll just call it the Kingdom Hearts Collection.
Sleazy scumbags.
Sounds cool, actually, when you say that.
Yeah, no, come with the PS5 system.
Next! The Spyro Reignited Trilogy has sold more physical copies than Fallout 76.
Just our data to bash on Fallout 76.
Oh, more like Spyro bashed Fallout 76.
Well, more like a headbutt.
Skull bash.
Because he uses his head.
Okay, we failed at life.
I'm wondering if that's... Or I think you asked earlier, Joshua, if that's... takes into account, is that the same for digital sales?
It's not, because they would have said sales, but they specifically said physical, so maybe more people bought a digital copy of Fallout 76 versus a physical copy. I mean, it doesn't say much as far as the totality of the game, but more people still buy physical units. Not more people, a lot of people still buy physical. I still buy physical, so.
Okay, and so, yeah, seeing people buy more Spyro than Fallout 76 is interesting.
But it doesn't surprise me that a lot of people bought Spyro, because this is a game that you've been aching for. My sister was mad at me because I didn't buy the game.
No, you suck. Next.
It is rumored that Mortal Kombat 11 is currently in development.
Yeah, from what I hear about the story, I think the rumor may have leaked because of the Spanish voice actor for some character or something like that. So take that as far as it goes.
Threw a little tweet in there.
Yeah.
Made a little hint.
It'd be cool to get it, but I feel post Smash Brothers Ultimate fighting games need to make a big change. Like, they've proven they can have every character, every stage. That's the bar now.
I disagree, because Nintendo has Smash Brothers. The other consoles have Mortal Kombat. Like, Mortal Kombat is the go-to game every time it comes out.
That's fine. I'm just saying that, like, the bar has been raised in regards to what I expect from a new game in a franchise for fighting games. If I know that Smash Brothers can put together 79 fucking characters, then you should be able to do 35 or 40.
Well,
they already have.
Mortal Kombat did get close up that high. I think Mortal Kombat Armageddon.
Well, even Mortal Kombat 10 after the DLC packs have pretty.
Oh, no. Mortal Kombat Armageddon had like characters from all across. Like, it was up there. Next.
Nintendo will sell a bundle box set of 63 amiibo in Japan exclusively. I mean, if I still cared about amiibo, then maybe I would be upset, but I don't care about them anymore.
I already bought them.
Yeah, so did I. So for those that didn't buy them, now you can buy most of them. So what are they not including? Because
no clue. I mean, all I've heard was that there's a 63 amiibo package selling in Japan.
So maybe not the Mii Fighters, and maybe not
the retros.
Maybe not the duplicates like Cloud, Bayo. Have like two versions.
No, because even then, like, we're not counting that when we count the roster. We don't count player 2 Bayo, player 1 Bayo. So that's not even including the duplicates.
I mean, it's cool that they're doing it for people. I wonder what that price is going to look like, though.
A whole bunch of yen.
Right.
It's going to look big to us no matter what, because we're not used to that currency.
$400? That's less than $8 a pop.
Yeah, but they're not reproducing all these guys.
And
all right, guys, that's the speed run. All right, time for Name the Game. So every week we have 3 games, 3 clues, 2 hosts, and 1 answer per game. Use your wits, match the clues, name the game. What do you have for us today?
Johnny.
I lost.
Where's he going with this?
I lost. Yeah, I lost last week.
He looked at me and I'm like, the hell? I did it last week.
All right, here we go. Good luck, gentlemen. First game.
Has it already?
The John Woo movie of video games.
Stranglehold.
Damn it.
No.
Oh, it was wrong? Oh, okay.
Wrong.
Okay, repeat the question then. That's the game that I had in my mind.
There's no question, but the guess, the hint is the John Woo movie of video games.
It should have been Stranglehold.
Yeah, right. I don't know. Max Payne.
No. Shooting, fighting, and kung fu.
That would be... Oh my gosh. Why is it gone? I'm doing a Garrett face.
Just
No, I'm not going to do that. I see it. Fudging Monkeys.
I don't think that's the game.
watch that language on air.
It's escaping me too.
Oh, I have half of it.
Is it Ninja?
Oh, is that your guess or?
You know what? Sure. Is it Ninja?
Oh, that's your guess.
Yeah, let's get this going.
No.
True Crime. That's
No.
not it though, but
Also, steal cars.
I know. I'm having a moment that you guys have.
I'm gonna try Sleeping Dogs.
That's correct. Was that the game?
Yes, it was the game. I knew what it was, but I'm like,
You couldn't get it. It was right there.
I had Watch Dogs in my mind the whole time. It's like something dogs. Reservoir Dogs, Sleeping Dogs.
No, they're sleeping.
Watch My Dogs.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. That's 1 for Garrett, 0 for Joshua.
Damn it.
Game number 2. Grapple around the map and use an arsenal of weapons to take out your enemy.
Bionic Commando.
Speedrunners.
No and no.
Damn.
Both were good guesses, though. This game has an art style very similar to Payday 2.
That doesn't tell me much, right?
Gotham City Imposters?
That's correct. That told you everything you needed. That was good. That was good.
Yeah, save the score so we can keep it going.
2-0. The skunk is inching his way, lining up his buttocks to spray Joshua.
Shush.
Homework
Went past a dead skunk yesterday, and maybe it's a sign. Real quick, did you guys play that game?
What game
Gotham
was it?
City
Imposters?
Yes, we did.
Did you guys like it?
I liked it.
Yeah, it was
I
fun.
missed that phase. I wanted to play it like after a time.
It wasn't a long phase.
I think the servers are dead.
That sucks.
Damn Joker.
Especially because that was an Xbox Live game, gold game. So
What? No.
it was later.
Summer
game.
Arcade?
Well, no, he's saying it became
It
in
was later
games with
games
gold.
with gold game for
was.
free. So
I think the servers are dead.
that's unfortunate. All right, last game, and Joshua's last hope.
Well, I had no hope. I lost.
Well, you have a hope to not get skunked.
It doesn't matter when you lose. If you're a loser, you're a loser.
No, it matters if you get skunked. If you get skunked, we're going to rip on you.
Like that skunk did.
A Windows PC title that was later ported to consoles.
Shadowrun.
No.
Okay.
What'd you say?
Well, because I was going to say there's the obvious one.
What was the obvious one?
The obvious one's Duke Nukem.
I don't know.
No.
So what? So did you give an answer?
That Duke Nukem.
Oh, okay.
A game inspired by pachinko.
The fuck? Bejeweled?
No.
Wait. Let him give a guess.
I'm sorry.
Even though I just want to win, but
I can see the game.
can you now?
Here we go again.
Wait, no, that was never ported. Okay, let's try.
Say that game anyway, though.
No, let's
might
try.
get
Hexic.
No.
It's a great game.
One of the weirder game titles that features a unicorn and a smiling sun on
Peggle.
the cover. That's correct.
I don't know no fucking game about unicorns.
I'm sorry.
First, my first thing was like the Adult Swim game we saw in the commercials all
Robot
the damn
Unicorn
time.
Attack?
I don't see
That's
exactly.
a great game, man. The
know.
music is so good.
Garrett is just on it today. It was that one game with commercial 1995. Oh, that's Ragnarok.
Crossfire.
Just making up stuff. All right. Well, unfortunately, Joshua, you tried to duck out of the way.
Can we press that pause button? Can we?
The skunk just blasted you.
We don't care. You're not doing the video, so you can't make anything blasphemy.
That's fair. I can make a skunk noise pop up.
What does a skunk sound
Or
like?
I can have Pepe Le Pew in the background. There we go. Yeah, fart noise. All right. Well, that's the game.
That's what skunks mean.
Something. Cool. All right. Alrighty, guys. That's the show. It's been a lot of fun. Before we get out of here, we always talk a little bit about what's going on with us outside the world of the podcast. What are we playing? Maybe a fun thing or two that we did. We never use the W word. We don't talk about that nonsense.
That thing Monday through Friday.
Yeah, you already got a strike against you for saying it.
I did. I'm sorry. But to make it a little more fun as well, we always give each other stupid superpowers for better or worse.
God, I was supposed to steal it.
Oh, sorry. So
superpowers.
It's my week to host the show, so I'll go first. Yeah, I mean, Thanksgiving had 4 days off. From just
nice.
4 days to do nothing. Just
must be nice.
That saddens me to hear that.
Yeah,
not for you, but for me.
Yeah, I was off. I was a
a day off?
I was able to become free Wednesday much earlier than normal. Then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it's been heaven. I'm really sad to go back. Like, it just feels great. But yeah, a lot of food, a lot of cooking, a lot of time with the fam. Played some games, played Settlers of Catan. Just enjoyed my children, which is awesome. Had a dedicated my daughter and my son, this weekend. So that was been good. Spending time with my sister who was down from Hawaii for a couple weeks. That's been great. So yeah, just a family weekend. Played some Overwatch. Got back into that a tiny bit.
I saw that. I wasn't sure if someone was just over and they were playing Overwatch.
We were taking turns back and forth.
Okay.
And I actually did like it.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. I appreciated that the entry level to enjoy the game is so much lower than Call of Duty. Like Call of Duty, we played that too.
Yeah.
They're so good. And I don't know if they're good. I think it's just a different skill sets needed. It's not team-based unless you pick a team-based mode. And so, dude, they're just hitting you from around corner. Like, it's all fast-switch movements. It's about all knowing the map. And Overwatch is not that. Overwatch is you're working as a team. You do have to have skill, but you have to work as a team. So it's not as fast-paced.
No, I think a lot of it is because even if you're not so good at shooting and killing the other guy, you can be support. You can heal. You can, buff someone's damage, put a shield up.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of different aspects to it. It's not all about how many kills you can get.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I was being a beast with Mercy, just saving people's lives, man.
Mercy's good.
Saving lives. Then I watched Creed 2. Thoroughly enjoyed that movie. I don't know if it was better than the first, but it was really, really good. if you've been listening, longtime listeners are going to know I'm quite a critic. I am very harsh when it comes to movies or anything, I guess. I critique very hard. I really couldn't find much to critique. Of course, there were some things, but ultimately I can recognize they were very small. So,
did he punch the guy?
Yeah, he got beat up a lot and then he wins at the end. So, yeah. But
well,
I mean,
that was a spoiler.
Yeah, but no, man. Like if you are watching Creed, if you watch Rocky, you already knew he was going to get beat up beyond belief.
What if he died in this one though?
Just
like his pappy.
You guys are mean. He's going to get beat up beyond human belief and then get up and overcome it all. Ridiculous. That's my week. Who wants my superpower?
All of us just.
My powers aren't that bad. You guys are jerks.
I'm just doing it for the bit. I'll take it.
Fine. You're taking the power.
It's just for the bit.
And I'm gonna. I should.
Just for the bit.
Fine. But I should give you a bad power for ripping on me. But I'll give you a good power. So next time.
Remember when Johnny used to do that?
I will still do for
with the controller.
Yeah, for the controller, I would still do that. Definitely. So you have the power, Garrett, that whenever someone busts out a board game, you automatically, just by when they set up, you know how to play. You may not win, you may not have the skill to play, but they don't have to go, okay, so you have 5 resources and you need to use this one actually on your turn before you pass. You just know. They don't have to explain nothing. You just know how to play, and you're able to explain to someone else. You have that power. You could just
pretty damn cool.
Know how to play games.
Yeah,
that's fun.
You don't have to hear Johnny explain it all the time.
Well, no, it was more like just I know what's in the rule book.
Yeah.
I know that. Yeah. When we have those questions like, can we do that on our turn? And I'd be like, yes, you can.
And again, it may not translate to skill. Like you won't know how to play the game.
It won't change the dice,
right? But you could play the game. So there's your power.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
Nice and simple.
Yeah. I can't save anybody with that.
No.
I guess. Unless someone put like a gun to my head and was like, if you don't tell me how to play Settlers of Catan, this family's going to get their brains blown out.
I mean, I guess if that's the situation.
Like, man, is the thief, if you roll a 7, is a robber.
Fine. Then you're good.
Okay. Let's see. So my week, Spyro, I think I said last week I bought Stick of Truth.
Yep.
On my Switch, still playing that. That's a lot of fun. It's fun playing it portable. I love playing my Switch handheld. I'm thinking I need to pick up I forget what they call them, the little memory stick things. Cause I'm gonna start downloading some more games.
Memory cards?
Flash drive?
No, things that go on the Switch.
Micro USB or a micro SD card.
Yeah, micro. What?
Gotta buy a zero screwdriver if you don't have one too.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
Good to know. So just playing games. Overwatch, as always, is a standard. I had Thursday off, Thanksgiving. And I had today off.
And today is Sunday.
Today's Sunday.
So you had to work.
Don't use that word.
Don't say that.
You didn't let me finish.
You're done.
There's nothing more to say. Yeah.
You've said too much. So that was fun, I guess. I
got caught, guys.
I did treat myself.
Treat yourself.
Yeah, you gotta do that sometimes. You deserve it. You deserve it. And I caught Ralph Breaks the Internet. I was able to watch that, and it was good.
You're gonna do your bit? You're gonna do your bit about the title?
We already did that.
Okay. Off air. Okay.
So it was a lot of fun, and I think Vivi will like this one
more.
Yeah, well, because we had discussed that last time she walked out not very happy.
2 weeks ago, yeah.
I think she will like this one. And there's a particular scene, I'm not going to say anything about it, but I really liked towards the end. That was a lot of fun, and it was really cool.
Question.
Yes.
Better than the first movie?
I'm actually going to say no.
Okay.
I enjoy the first one a lot more. But this one's still good. I still enjoyed this one. I want to make sure I stress that I would watch it again. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the first one, it being that kind of the story of, Wreck-It Ralph and Fix-It Felix and all that kind of stuff. It's cool seeing all your favorite video game characters hang out, the first time. Still happens here. So, don't stress. That's still a thing in this game. Sorry, this movie. But yeah, so Wreck-It Ralph, all the fun stuff. That is me.
Cool.
Joshua.
Yep.
Your superpower.
Yep.
You have Deadshot, bullseye, Deathstroke accuracy when it comes to Nerf guns. You can hit anything, any target. It still has the property of its Nerf thing, so you can't kill anybody.
You guys are dead.
You can't make it like
you guys are
bounce
dead.
off and hit anything. If it's one of those plunger ones, because if it's one of those plunger ones, the first thing it hits is going to stick.
Stuck.
Yeah, it's stuck. But you have like if it's like Nerf balls or something like that, you can do whatever you need to.
You guys are done. It's Nerf or nothing.
Nerf or nothing.
Cool.
That's
Thanks.
a superpower.
Thanks. I also saw a movie. So I mentioned before I was interested in seeing the Robin Hood movie. It's got Jamie Foxx and the dude from Kingsman.
I could have swore that was Jamie Lannister. It's not.
I don't remember his name.
I feel like you took a pretty big leap watching that instead of like other options.
Yeah, well, T-Mobile Tuesday had an offer, and if you get an offer for discounted movie tickets, why not? I mean, It looked intriguing for a little bit. I didn't expect much out of it. I thought it was just going to be a little story here, fun time here. And that movie is shit, man.
I could have told you that, bro.
For $19.95 a month, you could have saw it, and it could have just cost you nothing. Well, except for the $19.95.
Yes, yeah. What do you? I didn't spend a whole lot on the movie, so I'm okay with it. I actually went with somebody, but I didn't think it was gonna be great, but I didn't think it was gonna be like really bad.
Really, that's a shame. I was actually interested in seeing it.
That's what I'm saying. If you got to see the movie for $5, $6, $7 compared to the 12, 13, 14, you're like, yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, I saw the writing on the wall on that movie. I knew it was going to be garbage.
Yeah, but knowing me, you guys know me. I give movies decent ratings or higher ratings, or I give it a shot, or I liked it enough where I don't trash the movie, but that shit's hot garbage for several reasons that I won't spoil because the movie literally just came out. But I give that shit a 4.
Wow. You give nothing a 4. You really hated that movie, bro.
So I'm going to play this clip for Joanna because that's who I went with. And I told her, I was like, when I bring this on Sunday, which is why I didn't want to tell your dad right away, that Johnny gives me a hard time for not rating movies low.
Or anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
I called it.
Okay.
So yeah, so that happened. I am playing quite a bit of Recore. You guys probably seen it on my dash.
Have not.
I have.
Okay. It's fun. It's different from what I remember hearing about back then, especially for an Inafune game. It definitely is a lot of platforming and a lot of kind of open world sandbox exploration.
I did not know that was Inafune.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. It doesn't really have like Mega Man vibes, but
hey, well, neither did Mighty Number 9.
it had a lot more than you thought. I actually liked Mighty Number 9, but that's a different story. It's a fun game. It's definitely more time consuming because you do a lot of traversal, but the action is fun. It's a little repetitive and you pick up some stuff along the way, but there's collectible stuff and I'm having a good time with it. So I think I'm probably 70% through it. I'm not sure, but it's fun. So that's what I've been playing this week. I'll probably get through that in the next week and maybe jump into something before Ultimate comes out, Smash Ultimate.
You don't have enough time, man.
No, I don't have to do anything big.
Out so soon.
I could probably like play the Messenger and finish that in like a week.
You really should play the Messenger.
That's what I'm saying. I can just bust out something right there and then it'd be done with it. And other than that, that is about it. I'm gonna try to see Creed and /or more. It's more and Wreck-It Ralph in the next couple weeks, and then we'll go from there.
Nice,
Johnny.
Yes,
you get
sir.
a superpower. So you like to purchase stuff online. You like that Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm.
So did you see that movie, Scott Pilgrim versus the World?
Yep.
So you have the ability when you go and purchase something online, you just sit by the door and within a matter of moments, ding dong, it's there, ready, available. I don't know how you do it. That free 2-day shipping, you got like that free 2-minute shipping.
Heck yeah.
It's automatically delivered to your door within a matter of moments.
All right. I like it. I'm going to keep that power and I won't even break it because I don't think I can, but also because it was a nice power and you did a nice thing by giving that to me.
You do buy a good amount of stuff, so.
Yeah, that is true. Cool. Well, that is, that's the show. You know, we're
102.
102 down. And before we get out of here, you know, this is our call to action. You got some time on your hands, you can help out the show by doing one of several things or all of it. I mean, whatever you really want, to be fair. Subscribe, whether you're listening on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, and of course, now we're available on YouTube. Click that subscribe button. That just helps us get a little bit more appeal, a little bit more of our name out there. Plus, you get all of our content, you get all of the episodes we're running. You get access to all the previous stuff. You just know what's going on with the Super Co-op Squad. And of course, give us a thumbs up or a like or hearts or whatever thing is on wherever you're listening. Give us those reviews, those comments, because we appreciate it and it helps us get better. And of course, people find us, people who might like what you like. You might be helping someone else out there based upon what you're saying. And of course, chat with us, email, Facebook, Twitter at Super Co-op Squad. We'd love to chop it up back and forth. Give us a ring, and let's chat about some games or something coming up, maybe in the future. Super Smash Brothers, anybody?
Yeah, anybody.
Yeah, we'll talk to anybody.
Let's figure out what our Nintendo ID codes are.
Right. Good luck. I don't even know what mine is. So yeah, do one of those things, guys. We'd appreciate it, and of course, thank you for just listening. And if you want to chat with us individually, you can find us all on Twitter. You can find me at JohnnyMac24.
You can find me at GJL3275.
You can find me at Eternal Red Gamer.
Yep. And other than that, guys, have fun. We'll see you on the other side of December. I'm Johnny Mac.
I'm Garrett.
I'm Joshua.
So long. Big.